Hey guys, so welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today is another special video. I haven't done one of these authors spotlight in a while. I used to do them all the time and I haven't done them since I think last one it was Candy Ryan. That was back in December of 2019, so it's been over a year. And what I like to do is read several books from the author, whether it's a series or several standalone, and give my opinion on if I enjoy the author or not. Most of the time I enjoy the author, but this particular author is Alexandria House, and I've had one of her book on my Kindle for almost 2 years, guys. Yeah, and I skipped over it just I haven't got to it for whatever reason, and I saw several pictures on Instagram of her books, and also on I think I've seen 2 videos of people mentioning her books, and I was just like, okay, let me get back to this. Must be something special. I should read it. So that's what I did, and I picked up the first book that I had on my Kindle, which was Let Me Love You. Yeah, I know that old school song. So I think of the title, I think of that song. But this book was sexy, juicy, page turner. It had love, it had that passion. There's so much going on in this story that you can't help but read and keep turning the pages, and that's how I felt. I did not want to put this book down, and I read this pretty quickly. That's how much I enjoy this. And what it's about is the stories in this series. This first book is a part of a series. It's a standalone series, but I do feel like you do need to read them in order, just because there are bits and pieces, spoilers as you go if you don't read them that way. And it's called McClain Brothers, and technically I don't know why it's called that, because there's a 5th book which is about the sister, so it should just be the McClains. So in the first book you are following the oldest brother, and he had the responsibility of taking care of his siblings because he was the only one who was of age when their parents died. And so you're following the brothers, how their love story, and as well as the sister. So the first one is of what you would call Big South, or what's his other name? Ephraim. Yeah, because I prefer that name than Big South. Big South just seems like, every time I think of Big South, I'm like, I could not see somebody calling somebody Big South. But anyway, he is take charge, always taking care of his siblings, always doing everything that he can for his siblings. So, that kind of personality, just imagine how it would be in a relationship, because he's very much an alpha male. And he was, living the life. He's a famous rapper, he's wealthy, and women come and go. And he was once married, and that marriage ended badly. So he has this like reserve about women. And then he meets a woman who is a little bit younger than him, but she is a single mother. She's also previously was married and now divorced, and she doesn't really want to have anything serious. And how they met is in the first chapter, guys. The story started with a bang. From the first chapter, you are hooked because of how they met and how they interacted the first time they met, where you just constantly like wondering what's going to happen next. And that's how I felt with this. There was always something going on. I love their interaction as far as when they have family setting. There's also a friend of Joe, and Joe friendship with this person is funny as hell. Like, she makes the story extra special. I laugh so many times. And it's just how they're able to become one, and even with the obstacle of being a woman who doesn't really want the spotlight, but it's being thrown at you because of the man that you fall in love with, that kind of deal. Loved it. Loved parenting in this, and how how they show how you can love a child even if the child is not biologically yours, that kind of deal. Loved it. And then I wanted to go on to the second, because I just couldn't help myself. Then the second book is Let Me Hold You, and this one has the youngest brother, the youngest of the 5, and he is a person who is used to someone taking care of him, used to someone in charge, and you can tell he has a thing where he wants to feel needed, wants to feel someone can depend on him. And he meets an older woman. He just have a thing for older women. There was just not nothing special or something, you know, really bad about it. It's just he just likes older women. And this particular woman happens to be the mother of a former teammate that he doesn't get along with. So he is a famous you know, basketball player, and but he's young. He's in his late 20s, and she's, you know, a couple years on him. And but at the same time, she was a young mom, so it's not really that much age gap, but it's the age gap. And so, you know, she's never really got to live the life of what, because she became a mother at an early age, and she did everything possible, and it worked. Her son became a basketball player, and you know, all that. But their story is a little bit more serious because they're dealing with abuse, and they're dealing with things that of childhood scars and things that happen to her over time that you learn as the story goes by. I love Leland. I thought Leland was a really nice guy, and I like that he was very much the shoulder she needed, Kim. And their relationship was just, it made sense, but it wasn't as juicy as you know, Big South. But it was really nice, and I like their little undercover affair, you know, the no one should know kind of deal, which makes the book sexy. But yeah. Then the third book is Nolan and Bridget. Now Bridget is my girl. Bridget been in all the series. Bridget is funny as hell. Bridget is that character that says the things that I would say if I had a girlfriend who's going through certain things, or I was just, when she says stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Love Bridget in this, and I love her and Nolan. Now Nolan is the businessman of the group. He's the more so serious about the business, more so about he's into the arts, he's into movie making and producing and stuff like that. And but he likes typically white women. That's his taste. And but you don't know why, and then it revealed as a story, which I kind of was scratching my head like, what? You know, that kind of deal. But Bridget was the black woman that he gravitated to, and it just became such a really sweet, funny as hell. I think I laughed so hard in this because it was just so much going on with them two. This was, to me, the funniest of all the books in the series. I laughed a lot with this one because Bridget is just funny. But I like that Nolan is like, don't mess with me kind of deal. He's very observant, very much business, down to business, the good and the bad, that kind of deal with him. And so he's that brother that you would just call if hell break loose, that kind of deal. I think Big South is more like, you know, everyone's more like the money. You need money, but you need things, other things happening, you call Nolan's gonna get it done. And so I really liked those two together. Bridget is my girl. Love Bridget in this. And I love how she's just all about her career. She wants to succeed, and she knows what she doesn't want. And there are things about her past that is revealed in this that is really, it's a little bit sad, but at the same time, you see the inspiration where she's pushing through it, and she's gonna survive and not let it eat her alive, and you know, get the best of her, that kind of deal. And I enjoy that. Then the fourth one is Let Me Free You. This is the one that I think was kind of like, I don't even know what to say that as far, it's not bad to say about this one, but this one is like, it deals with immigration, and it's just like, my goodness, like, in what reality? This was probably the most fairy tale of them all. This is like a whole ass fairy tale. But I did like it. I think, you know, when I think of Sage is that bomb makeup artist that, you know, she's about to be deported. She need a way out. So, And you know, they all plot and plan with Neil. Now Neil is Nolan's twin brother, and it's just Neil is just alcoholic, doing the most, just a hot mess, broken heart. And there comes Sage, and it was so fairy tale, but I still liked it. I thought it was so cute. I love the part when she just decides she's gonna get up in the middle of the night and go do some makeup, and he wasn't having it. I was cracking up. I'm like, oh my goodness. He was showing out because, you know, that's his woman now. You know, he's like, this was supposed to be for your papers, but then it became real, that kind of deal. And that was the last one in it. And then you have Let Me Please You, and this was from it's a novella, and this one is from Kat and Tommy, and those two, how those two got together, I was not sure about it. I remember when it was revealed in one of the other stories of how they were together. I was just like, I felt some kind of way, because if you know who he was messing with before, you kind of like, yeah, like, I don't know about this. But it's written in a way where you like, okay, all right, Tommy, I'm gonna root for you. You need love too. You know, big guys need love too. And so I liked them together. I thought it was interesting. And I thought that she'd clean it up where I can enjoy it and not feel some kind of way about him being a hoe. That's the best way I can put it. But I love her, you know, I love Kat's relationship with, like, how she bonded with all the other women in her brother's life. And I would say throughout the entire series, there is an uncle. And the uncle in this steals the freaking show every time he pops up on the pages, because he says the most disgusting sometimes, but hilarious. I'm laughing so hard the things that he says. And she writes him in a way where he's still, he's a bit naive. So oftentimes he would say things that are hella stupid. Like, or sometimes there are things he say that, you know, you scratch your head to think of, and you like, I never even thought about it that way. That kind of deal. He's just a kinky old man that would say whatever just because he can. You know, that is that old person that you have in your life, that old uncle that is fresh and say whatever, and you just have to take it what it is because, you know, they're old, so they can get away with that. But I love him. I love the aunt in this as well. She was like that aunt that was wise and popped up when she needed to. The entire family setting in this is just so so sweet, but also a bit dreamy, because you kind of wish you had, if I had siblings like this, I was like, yeah, my siblings, we are never that level of closeness, of, you know, of relationship closeness. Like, no, we don't do that. So, but I like it. I think it's just very much a family dynamic that was very enjoyable and very much fun, and it was very sexy. The sexy is up. It's some smut up in here in the series, but if you into that, you would definitely enjoy that. But you see the love as well. There are some romantic moments, so it's not all just lust or, you know, smut. There are some genuine romantic moment in this. I like her writing style because she doesn't bore you. She doesn't drag. There is enough drama. I think the first one had probably most drama, as far as like things constantly happening. But the second one, of course, with Leland is probably the most harsh as far as the topic that was being had in that one. I think it was very deep. And it surprised me, especially towards the end. There are things that was revealed that really surprised me. But overall, it's a good laugh. Has everything you want, and it's the best way to put it. But I am definitely going to read more of her books. I am, you know, gradually going through these authors that I have neglected and just have it sitting there in my Kindle. But definitely going to be reading some more, and hopefully more people will read the series and read some of these indie black romance authors, because there are some interesting ones, and if you're into romance, you'll definitely not be disappointed with this series. So yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that I got another author to add. I get excited when I find authors like this that makes me want to read their books, because I devoured this series in about a week. So, you know, which is, I haven't done that in a while, so that should tell you how much, you know, it will keep your attention. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, if you've read any of her books, or you have another author that you think I would enjoy, let me know. I'm constantly looking out for indie author that writes romance to read, because it's a genre I do enjoy. I do read pretty much everything. You could, if you've been on my channel, you know that. But I also have a soft spot for romance and historical fiction. That's like my two favorite genres. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. Bye.